Hello everyone, Kendall here, and I've finally finished a new kit. It's been a very long time. I've unfortunately been very busy with things, so I haven't been able to do a lot of modeling recently. But a contest at my local hobby shop opened up, and I decided to make something for it. So here it is. This is a 1/100 scale full mechanics kit from Iron Blend Orphans. It is the Lupus Rex. The full mechanics, I don't know, Bandai just made a new line or just a different name for a 1/100 scale kit with an inner frame. Yeah, so the big draw of this kit is the full frame. Um, it is very detailed. You can see here that there's a bunch of different pistons and whatnot. There's a lot of detail in here. Um, a lot of which, unfortunately, it's going to get covered up by all the armor. But that's how inner frames go. The build quality is really good. Bandai has really stepped it up recently with their kits. Um, I feel like the master grade and the kits that are they're selling for 40 plus US dollars. They're always going to be good, but I definitely notice here on this kit that just the way the gating is, where all the pegs are, where parts are lined up on the sprue, and how they're put together, have just really improved over the years. And this kit is no exception. It's very well made. It goes really good together. I didn't really have any fitting issues. Didn't really have to do much for that. And the armor really just snaps right into the inner frame very easily. I feel like I could take all the armor off and still have like the inner frame and not really have to take a bunch of the inner frame off to get it back to just the inner frame. So it's really cool that they kind of just place the armor on the inner frame in a very kind of modular kind of way. Now, I did do a few things on this kit to improve the look and also some functionality too. For example, this right here, this was a plastic that's sort of like the inner frame, it's not exactly a stiff plastic. It's a little on the flimsy side. So the problem I was having was this bat right here is very heavy. I mean, it's plastic, sure, but considering the joints on this kit are good, but they're not going to hold up that. So what I did was I replaced that entire thing with this brass tube right here, and it really worked out really well. It was very easy to saw, and it matched up 1 to 1. So, and then the other thing, which I'm sure you can already tell, but everything's been filed down to make it more aggressive, make it more sharp. When I looked at the image on the box, everything was really crisp and sharp, and the kit, it just, I understand the plastic is not gonna form well in the mold if you have everything really sharp. You're gonna get a lot of defects. I understand that, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted stuff very spiky, very sharp, very crisp. So I have not only added claw plate for the spikes to make these are all spikes now. I have also filed down his claws right here on his hands. I have done obviously the V fins, that's pretty standard. I have also done these right here, his little toes. Those are sharp now. Let's see. Oh, on these kind of like anywhere, these right here, these I sharpened. There's some other stuff on the back as well that are just is not as noticeable, but I really really like the way that all came out. Like I said, I wanted it really aggressive, really sharp, and it did take a while to get them all right. Especially these fingers here. Making sure they're all relatively even. But yeah, I'm just super happy it came out so good. I love it. I love what I did. One thing that I will say that I don't like, and I didn't really come up with a very good solution, and I don't think I will because honestly I don't really care that much. But this here, it's a just a I think it's like a copper wire, in plastic. You're supposed to bend it and whatnot, and that holds up this thing. I don't know what it is, to be honest. To be honest, have yet to watch the show, so I don't know. But that's pretty much all the, you know, modifications that I did. I tried to be light because it was for a contest, so time was, I could not waste time. But what I did do, I felt really helped the kit, and it really helped make it more aggressive without, adding a bunch of unnecessary detail or unnecessary things to distract the user from, its original design. All right, so everything on this kit is pre-shaded. So the white's pre-shaded, the red's pre-shaded, the blue's pre-shaded, as well as the yellow is also pre-shaded. For the white, I used a light gray for the pre-shade, and then just a regular white for the main white color. For the yellow, I use Guy Notes Bright Yellow and just a little bit of red in there for the orange kind of effect. Now the red, I used a Russet. I think that's how you pronounce it. Just a darker red that I had. I probably could have, mixed it myself, but whatever. And then just a Shine Red, Mr. Colors 79. For the blue, I used actually black as a pre shade, and then character blue as the main blue color. The inner frame is just it starts off with a gray, and then I used black and white to kind of get it the way it's supposed to look. Now the bat color is a kind of has a little monogamy in it, and that looks really nice. Unfortunately, I kind of didn't mix it very well, and it's very hard to tell. You can tell in person, but even in the photos, it's kind of hard to tell, and it's a little depressing because I wanted that subtle brownness that's in the photos, and that just didn't really pop out. Another thing I really don't like that I did was the red. So I think this was still the right thing to do, but it just came out very sharp, very too much shading. It's, I wanted it to be very subtle, and it didn't. Now this blue, at least looking from the photos on the kit, that was supposed to be very sharp. So you'll see it in the photos that there's a lot of shading here. Now the white was, I would say, fairly difficult, just because it's very subtle, and I want it very subtle. But to get it even, from part to part, making sure that that leg and the other leg look exactly the same, certainly was a hard thing to do. And I think for the most part, I got it. I did notice there was a couple instances where my airbrush just kind of splattered a little bit, and that made white marks or white dots on a few places, and that's unfortunately kind of how that goes. And if this wasn't for a contest, maybe I'd go back and fix it, but I was kind of running out of time, so I just kind of let it slide. Now I have copper here for all the tubing, as well as a bright silver. Those are enamels that I put in. And yeah, that's all the main that's all the main paint. Now we can go to the panel lining. Now I feel like I could have done better on my panel lining, and I think maybe I even could have gone into some of those areas and kind of crispen up the edge. And what I mean is there's a couple places where, like here, right here, where the edge from the plastic, it's there, but with the layers of primer and paint, etc., it just makes it really hard for the paneling to stick. And I see, a bunch of places where the line kind of is uneven. It kind of starts and stops, and it's very distracting. And it is certainly something that I need to work on and practice more to make it kind of look how it is on, you know, when you go and see, the Gundam competitions in Japan and in America, when those first prize winners, their lines are very crisp. Um, Mine are still very splotchy. I use Model Master's pre-thinned black, which is meant for this type of thing, but I think because of the unevenness of the panel lining of the plastic, they just didn't come out right, and I'm upset about that. But it's just more learning that I need to do, and you will learn by practicing. So this is just more practice. Now this green is a Model Masters fluorescent green enamel that I just put in there, and then wiped away the excess, and that came out really good. I was really kind of worried about it because I just kind of bought on the whim because I'm like, oh, I need a green to put in there. And I saw that, and so I picked it up and put it on there, and it came out very nice. I really like the look. It's really pops, especially when I get my lights in. Oh, it looks really good. All right, so that's my Barbatos Lupus Rex. Like I said, this was for a competition, and I actually won that competition. I'm very excited about that. This is the first time I've been able to participate in this local competition, and to win it is very, very warming, even if not everyone in the community was able to participate. There's still a few people in the area that I'm sure if they would showed up, they would have beat me good. So more practice, more kits. I'm gonna keep at it. Thankfully, this year is looking where work is not gonna bog me down, so I'll be able to have my weekends free. My nights free. I can work on this kind of stuff. I've still purchased kits over the years that are just sitting in the box, so I'm gonna definitely tackle those. All right, I'll have all the photos in the description. Go check them out. Thanks so much for looking at the video. Until next time, bye bye.